back to tonight's varsity game between the visiting Thomas Walker Pioneers and the homestanding Twin Springs Titans. The starting lineups tonight for Thomas Walker: at the guards, 14 Brandon Taylor and 30 Rusty Parks. At forwards, 22 Matthew Sams and 32 Brandon Eads. At center, 42 Adam Haley. For Twin Springs at the guards, 12 Andy Harris and 14 David Castle. Forwards, 24 Brandon Lawson and 34 Brandon Webb. And at center, 44 Milan Milosevic. And we're almost ready to get underway. As we get set for the opening tip, Chuck Starnes tosses the ball up, and it's controlled by Twin Springs. Harris has the ball for the Titans. Gets it across the timeline, kicks it over to 24 Lawson. Cross-court pass to Castle. Tried to kick it inside to Milosevic, but broken up by the Pioneers. 30 Parks has the ball for Thomas Walker. Tries to kick it inside. Turnover stolen away by Twin Springs. It's 34 Brandon Webb with the loose basketball. Harris has it for the Titans. Gets it over to 24 Lawson. Lawson brings it back to the top of the key. Gets it over to Castle. Back to Lawson. 7:25 remaining in a scoreless game. Castle has it for Twin Springs. Launches a two-pointer, and it's good. David Castle with the early bucket to give the Titans a 2-0 lead. 7:15 remaining. So again, Parks has the ball for the Pioneers. Ball almost stolen away by Twin Springs. Parks gets it back. Taylor has it, gets it back to Parks. 6:55 remaining. Ball knocked out of bounds by Twin Springs. Good hands by Castle. The 22 Sams gets the ball into Parks. Kicks it over on the wing to 32. That's Eads. Eads kicks it inside. Shots up, but there's a whistle. The foul is on 24, Brandon Lawson. That's his first, team's first. Be Pioneer basketball underneath the Twin Springs basket. Pass a little too strong, out of bounds, turnover. It'll be Twin Springs basketball. Titans lead 2-0 with 6:43 remaining here in the first. Lawson has the basketball for Twin Springs. It's on the wing to Harris, back to Lawson. Pioneers come out in the zone. Cross-court pass to Castle. Castle drives, nothing there. Kicks it out to Harris. Harris kicks it over in the corner to Castle. His three-pointer is up. No good. Rebound controlled by no one. There's a whistle on the play. Foul is on 34, Brandon Webb. That's his first, team second. Pioneer basketball. 30 Parks has the ball for Thomas Walker. 6:20 remaining. Parks guarded by Castle. Pioneers continue to swing the ball around on the perimeter, trying to get it inside. And do. Turnaround, shots up, and good. That's 32 Brandon Eads with the bucket. Knots the score at 2 with 6 minutes remaining. Harris has the ball for the Titans, gets it back to Lawson. Lawson dribbles right wing, gets it over to Castle. Nothing there, back to Lawson. Harris has it, launches a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound Castle for Twin Springs. He comes out there with the basketball. Smart play, gets it over to Lawson. Lawson puts up a three, and it's good. 24 Brandon Lawson with the three-pointer. That makes it a 5-2 Titan lead. 5:36 remaining here in the first. Parks has the ball for the Pioneers. Guarded by Castle. Parks calls out the play. Goes over to the left side. Still guarded by Castle. Almost loses his dribble. Ball stolen away by Twin Springs. 34 Webb with the steal. Also pushes the ball up to Milan Milosevic. There's a scramble for the loose ball on the floor. And a jump ball has been called. Alternating possessions. It'll be Pioneer basketball with 5:12 remaining here in the first. Titans lead by 3, 5-2. Once again, Parks slowly brings the ball across the timeline for the Pioneers, guarded by Castle. Kicks it in the left corner. Three-pointer attempt is up and good. It's 14 Brandon Taylor with the three-pointer. We're all tied up at 5 with 4:55 remaining. The Titans move the ball around on the perimeter. Castle has it now, kicks it into 34 Webb. Back to Castle. Lawson has it. Titans continue swinging the ball around. Kick it inside to Milan Milosevic. Turnover, traveling. Titans tried to get the ball to Webb on the cut to the bucket. 4:41 remaining here in the first. Parks slowly gets the ball across, gets it in the corner. Taylor gets it back to Parks. Back over to 32. Tried to pass it inside and does. Shots up, no good. Rebound controlled by Twin Springs. No, it's a tie-up. Once again, with alternating possessions, it will be Titan basketball. 4:19 remaining. We're all tied up at 5. Harris has it for the Titans. Gets it back to Lawson. Long pass over to Castle. Back over to Lawson. Lawson drives. Kicks it over to Harris. Castle has it. He drives the middle. Kicks it over to Webb. Webb drives. His shot's up. Traveling call. Turnover. 4:02 remaining. Parks has the basketball for the Pioneers. 3:57 remaining here in the first. It's in the corner to 22. That's Sams. Sams kicks it inside. Ball stolen away by the Titans. No. Pioneers come up to loose basketball. Shot up and good by 30. Rusty Parks. The Pioneers have their first lead. 7-5. Castle shots up. No good. Rebound controlled by the Pioneers. Long pass down the court to 14. Didn't have the numbers. Kicks it to the middle. Shots up and good by 32. That's Brandon Eads with another bucket. Makes it a 9-5 Pioneer lead. 3:19 remaining. Kick inside to Milan Milosevic. He drives to the bucket. His shot's up and good. Milan Milosevic with the drive to the bucket. Cuts it to a 2-point Pioneer lead, 9-7 with 3 minutes remaining. Ball stolen away by Twin Springs. Harris has the basketball. Kicks it over to Castle. Back to Milan Milosevic. Stolen away by the Pioneers. Parks has the basketball. Slows it down, calls out the play. 22 Sams flashes out, thinks about the 3, nothing there, guarded by Lawson. Back out high to Parks. Over to 14, Taylor. Over to Sams, back to Taylor. Taylor drives, kicks it inside. Shots up, no good, but there is a whistle. The foul is on 12, Andy Harris. That's his first, team's third. And at the line shooting 2 for the Pioneers will be number 32, Brandon Eads. His first is up and no good. For the Pioneers entering the game is 10, Daniel Crockett, 20, Jason Hatfield. For Twin Springs, 30, John Broadwater. Eads has 1 free throw remaining. And here it is with 2:30 remaining, and it's good. Makes it a 10-7 Pioneer lead with 2:29 remaining. Harris has the ball for the Titans. Kicks it over to Lawson. Back to Broadwater. Pioneers have packed that zone in tight. Lob into Milan Milosevic. He turns around, shots up, but he's called for the offensive foul. That foul is on 44, Milan Milosevic. That's his first, the team's fourth. Daniel Crockett has the basketball for the Pioneers as the Titans trail by 3. 10-7, 2:10 remaining. Parks has the basketball, goes baseline, shots up, no good. Rebound controlled by Twin Springs. Milan Milosevic with the rebound. Gets it to Harris. Harris pushes the ball down the floor for the Titans. Gets it on the wing to Brandon Lawson. Back to Harris. Nothing there. Back over to Lawson. Takes the three-pointer. It's up. It's good. Brandon Lawson with the second three-pointer of the game. Ties the score at 10 with 1:43 remaining here in the first. Crockett has the basketball. Kicks it over to 32. That's Eads. Back to Eads. Thinks about the 3. Kicks it over to 14. That's Taylor. Titans picking up the defense all over the floor. 1:20 remaining. Drive to the paint cut off by the Titans. Three-pointer on the way and good. 14, Brandon Taylor with the three-pointer, his second three of the game. Pushes it back to a three-point Pioneer lead, 13-10 with 1 minute remaining. Lawson has it for the Titans, kicks it over to Broadwater, nothing there. Back to Broadwater, almost stolen away by the Pioneers. Kick it inside to Milan Milosevic, back over to Harris. Harris's three-pointer's up and good. Nice ball movement by the Titans. Harris hits a three to tie it back up at 13 with 38 seconds remaining. Kick inside, nothing there, kick back out. Passed inside, shots up, no good. Last touch by the Pioneers. Into the game for the Titans is 54, Matt Dockery. Pioneers blew a golden opportunity there as he had an easy layup that hit the bottom of the rim. Lawson has it for Twin Springs with 26 seconds remaining. Gets it over to Harris. Nothing there. Back to Lawson. Broadwater has it. Get it over to Webb. Back out high to Lawson. Harris has it. Titans continue moving it around on the perimeter. 14 seconds remaining. Broadwater has it for Twin Springs. Go over to Webb. 9 seconds. Harris drives. Kicks it over to Webb. Three-pointer is up. No good. Rebound control by the Pioneers. Shots up. And no good as it rims out at the buzzer. And we've completed one period of play here at Twin Springs High School tonight and find the score all tied up at 13 apiece between the visiting Thomas Walker And as we begin the second period of play, it will be Pioneer basketball. All tied up at 13. Crockett has the basketball for the Pioneers. Pass a little too high and out of bounds. Be Twin Springs basketball. Harris has the ball for the Titans as he brings it up the floor. Clears the timeline. Kicks it over to Broadwater. Broadwater lets it get inside to Dockery. Nothing there. Back out to Harris. Castle has it. Kick over to Broadwater. Kick it into Dockery. He spins. His shot's up. No good. Rebound Dockery. He puts a shot back up and he's fouled. Nice board work by the Titan big man. The foul is on 42. That's Adam Haley. It's his first and the Pioneers' first of the game. The line shooting two for Twin Springs is 54, Matt Dockery, and his first is up and good. Dockery's second free throw's on the way. A little short. Rebound last. No one touched it. Oh, apparently the Titans did touch it. So it'll go over to the Pioneers with 7:33 remaining. Titans lead by one, 14-13. Crockett has the basketball, drives the middle, nothing there. Kicks it back out high to 32. That's Eads. Eads looking to get it to someone. Gets it on the wing to 14, Taylor. Back out to Crockett. 7:15 remaining. Hatfield has the basketball now for the Pioneers. Gets it back over to Crockett. Over to 14. That's Taylor. Taylor kicks it inside. Pass a little too tall. Saved by Pioneers. Crockett has the basketball. Kicks it on the wing to 14. That's Taylor. Taylor's shot's on the way. No good. Rebound. Twin Springs. That's 14. Castle with the rebound. Kicks it cross court to Harris. Nothing there. Back to Castle. Castle drives. Shot is rejected. Nice defense by the Titans as 30. John Broadwater reached in and knocked that ball away. Returning for Twin Springs is 44, Milan Milosevic. .20 triggers inbounds. That's Hatfield. Three-point opportunity is up and no good. Rebound Broadwater for Twin Springs. 6:29 remaining. Harris has it for the Titans. Kicks it inside, nothing there. On the wing, nothing there either. Harris has it for Twin Springs. Pushes the ball down the floor. Kicks it out to Castle. Castle drives the paint. Kicks it inside to Dockery. Dockery shots up and good. Nice ball movement by the Titans as he finds a wide open Matt Dockery and lays it in to give the Titans a 3-point lead. 16-13 with 6 minutes remaining here in the second. Pioneers continue to move the ball around on the perimeter. Crockett has it. He drives the middle. Nothing there. Kicks it back out high to 20. That's Hatfield. Hatfield gets it back to Crockett. 5:42 remaining. Kick on the wing. Drive to the paint. Nothing there. Kicks it back out high. Whistle on the play. 3 seconds. Turnover. Titan basketball. Entering the game for Twin Springs is 24, Brandon Lawson. And for the Pioneers, 30, Rusty Parks. 5:33 remaining. Titans still lead by 3, 16-13. Lawson has the basketball. Gets it over to Harris. Harris looks inside. Nothing there. Back out high to Lawson. Over on the wing to Castle. Ball stolen away. It's 20 Hatfield with a steal. He goes in. Misses the layup. Rebound controlled by Twin Springs as Brandon Lawson comes out with the basketball. Gets it across the timeline. Comes out high and sets the play. Gets it over to Harris. Harris kicks it inside to Milan Milosevic. Drives around Dockery. Missed a shot. Got his own rebound. Goes up and scores. Milan Milosevic with the bucket. And with that, the Thomas Walker coach, Tim McElay, has seen enough and calls a timeout. At the 4:58 mark of the second period of play, we got a 30-second timeout, which finds the Titans leading the visiting Thomas Walker Pioneers 18-13. Nice move down inside by the Titan big man as Milan Milosevic gets the basketball and spins off a pick by Matt Dockery for the layup. The Titans are starting to find some creases in the Thomas Walker Pioneer zone to get the ball inside. And as play resumes here in the second, it'll be Pioneer basketball as Daniel Crockett brings the ball up for Thomas Walker. Tries to kick it inside, nothing there. Instead has to go out high to 20. That's Hatfield. Hatfield gets it over to Parks. Parks drives the paint. Shots up, no good. Rebound Harris for Twin Springs. Harris comes out there, pushes the ball down the floor. Doesn't have the numbers, kicks it back out high to Lawson. Over on the wing to Castle. Castle's three-pointer is on the way. No good. Rebound controlled by the Pioneers. 20, Jason Hatfield with the rebound as it was touched by two Twin Springs Titans, but Hatfield comes down with the basketball. Parks has it. Kicks it on the wing to Crockett. Nothing there. Gets it over to 20 Hatfield. Kick inside. Crockett. Nice ball movement. Crockett scores on the layup. Makes it an 18-15. Titan three-point lead with 4:08 remaining. Castle has it for Twin Springs. Kicks it down inside to Milan Milosevic. Over to Dockery. Dockery shots up. No good. Dockery gets his own rebound. Puts the ball up and scores. Nice board work by the Titans and a nice movement of the basketball as they get it down the floor with 3:52 remaining. Titans lead 20-15. Almost stolen away by Twin Springs. And is. Milan Milosevic comes up with the basketball for Twin Springs. Harris has it and gets it into the front court. Kicks it over to Castle. Castle launches a three-pointer. It's good. David Castle with a three-pointer. That makes it a 23-15 Titan lead with 3:30 remaining here in the second. Drive, shots up and good. Nice running one-hander by Daniel Crockett. Makes it a 23-17 Titan lead, 3:12 remaining. Brandon Lawson has the basketball for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Harris. Titans kick it inside to Milan Milosevic, but there is a foul. Foul before the shot. The foul is on 32, Brandon Eads. That's his first, team second. Returning to the game for Twin Springs is 30, John Broadwater. The 14 Castle set to trigger the inbounds. Gets it into Milan Milosevic. Back out high to Broadwater. Over to Castle. And Castle gets the ball to Brandon Lawson to set up the play. 2:56 remaining. Gets it over to Broadwater. Castle has it for Twin Springs. He stops. He pops. No good. Rebound, number 20. That's Jason Hatfield for the Pioneers. And gets it over to Parks. .14 Taylor has the basketball. Almost stolen away by Twin Springs. Whistle on the play and no good. The foul is on 54, Matt Dockery. That's his first, team's fifth. And at the line shooting two will be number 10, Daniel Crockett. Crockett looked off balance when he went in and threw that shot up, but he was fouled by Dockery. And Crockett's first free throw is on the way and no good. Into the game for Twin Springs is 34, Brandon Webb, placing Matt Dockery. Dockery had a really good second period of play, scoring 5 big points for the Titans. Crockett's second is on the way, and it's good. It makes it a 23-18 Titan lead with 2:26 remaining. Lawson has the basketball for Twin Springs, guarded by Hatfield. Gets it over to Broadwater. Back out high to Castle. Nothing there. Back over to Brandon Lawson. 2:10 remaining. Pioneers, looks like they've come out of their zone defense and gone back to a man-to-man. Castle has it for the Titans. Gets it over to Brandon Lawson. Titans being very patient. Lawson drives. He shoots. He scores, and he's fouled. That foul is on 20, Jason Hatfield. That's his first, team's third. And at the line looking to complete the three-point play is 24, Brandon Lawson. It's up, and it's good. And coming into the game for the Pioneers is number 12, Rob Day. 1:56 remaining here in the second. Titans lead 26-18. Whistle on the play. Blocking foul's been called on 14, Brandon Taylor. That's his first, team's fourth. Lawson has a basketball for Twin Springs. 1:45 remaining. Gets it over to Castle, back to Lawson. Out high to Webb, in the corner to Broadwater, nothing there. Back out to Castle. Castle gets the ball, stops, pops. No good. Rebound 22, Matt Sams. Drive to the paint, nothing there. Kick over on the wing, still nothing there. Drives in, kicks it on the side. Spins, shots up. And good. That's 32. Brandon Eads with the bucket. Makes it a 26-20 Titan lead, 1:12 remaining. Titans content to move the ball around on the wing, and no sooner than I say that, try to punch it inside. Pass a little too wide, goes off the Titans' hands and out of bounds. Turnover, it'll be Pioneer basketball. 1 minute remaining. Titans lead by 6. Taylor has the basketball, gets it over to Parks. Parks looks inside, nothing there. Sams has the basketball, gets it to Taylor. Gets it back to Parks. 42 seconds. Parks drives the paint. Shots up and good. 30, Rusty Parks with the bucket. Makes it a 26-22 Titan lead with 31 seconds remaining. Lawson has the basketball. He drives in. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Castle. Cross court to Milan Milosevic. Over in the corner to Broadwater. Back out to Lawson. 20 seconds. Webb has the basketball for the Titans at the top of the key. Gets it to Castle. Castle thought about the three, instead kicks it about high to Lawson. 10 seconds remaining. Lawson drives the middle. He drives in. He's fouled as he goes up to try to put the ball in the hole, and he's hacked. And that foul is on 22, Matt Sams. That's his first, team's fifth. And at the line shooting two with 6.2 seconds remaining for Twin Springs is 24, Brandon Lawson. Lawson's first is on the way and no good. Into the game for the Titans is 12, Andy Harris. Lawson's second is up and stays in the cylinder and drops. Next to the 27-25 game, 4 seconds remaining. Shots up and good. A nice running one-hander by Rob Day at the buzzer. Titans still lead by 3 at halftime, 27-24. We're back for the second half of tonight's game between Thomas Walker and Twin Springs. And to start the third period of play, it will be Twin Springs basketball. Brandon Lawson has it for Twin Springs, gets it over to Harris. Back over to Castle. Kicks it inside to Lawson, nothing there, back out to Harris. Kicks it into Webb. Webb has a basketball, gets it back to Harris. Castle has it for the Titans. Castle drives. He drives in. His shot's up. No good, but he is fouled. The foul is on 14, Brandon Taylor. That's his second, team's first. And at the line shooting 2 for the Titans is 14, David Castle. First one is up and good. Castle's second free throw is on the way, and it's also good. Makes it a 29-24 Titan lead with 7:30 remaining here in the third. Pioneers kicking inside to Parks. He drives, dishes, shots up. No good. Rebound Castle for Twin Springs. Castle gets it into the front court and kicks it over to Lawson. Back over to Webb. Milan Milosevic loses the three, and it's good. Wide open three-pointer by Milan Milosevic. Pushes it to a 32-24 Titan lead with 7:05 remaining here in the third. Parks has it on the wing. Fakes the drive inside, picks his dribble up, kicks it cross court. Crockett has the basketball, calls out to play for the Pioneers. It's over to 14, that's Taylor. Drive by Parks, no good. Rebound Milan Milosevic for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Castle. Lawson has it for Twin Springs. Back to Webb. 6:35 remaining. Back to Lawson. He gets it over on the wing to Castle. Thinks about the three. Steady drives in. Stops. Pops. No good. Rebound controlled by Parks for the Pioneers. Here's it over to Crockett. Crockett calls out the play. 6:18 remaining. Titans lead 32-24. Back to Crockett. Pioneers have slowed it down. Parks thinks about the three, instead pulls it down, drives in, shots up. No good. Rebound Brandon Lawson for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Harris. Harris looks inside. Ball stolen away by the Pioneers. Shot is up. No good. Whistle on the play. Foul is on 44, Milan Milosevic. That's his second, team's first. Be Pioneer basketball under the Twin Springs basket. And checking into the game for Thomas Walker is 42, Adam Haley. Hatfield calls out the play for the Pioneers. Three-point attempt is up and good. 14, Brandon Taylor with the three-pointer. Makes it 32-27, Twin Springs leads. Whistle on the play. They're going to call traveling or a foul. Foul is on 12. Andy Harris, that's his second, team second. At the line to shoot 2 for the Pioneers is 20, Jason Hatfield. The first is on the way and good. Hatfield's second is up, and it's also good. Makes it a 32-29. Twin Springs lead with 5:29 remaining. Lawson has the basketball for Twin Springs. Ball stolen away. Kicked inside. Shots up. No, he traveled. Good defense by Twin Springs as they got back on the break. Webb set to trigger the inbounds against the full court press. Gets it over to Lawson. Pioneers back off. Kick it over to Harris. Harris gets it over to Castle. Kick it inside to Webb. Webb shots up and rejected. Crockett has the basketball for the Pioneers, pushes it down the floor. His shot's up, no good. Rebound, Milan Milosevic for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Brandon Lawson. Coach Vermillion slows it down. He doesn't like this pace. Titans lead by 3, 32-29, 4:48 remaining. Kicked into Castley, kicks it into Milan Milosevic, turns around, shots up and good. Milan Milosevic with the bucket. Makes it a 34-29 Titan lead, 4:34 remaining. Pioneers pushing the ball around on the perimeter. Get over to 20 Hatfield. 14's three is up, no good. Rebound controlled by Twin Springs. 34, Brandon Webb with the rebound. Castle has it, kicks it into Milan Milosevic. He drives, shots up and good. And with that, we've got a Thomas Walker timeout with 4:05 remaining here in the third period of play. Titans have jumped out to a 7-point lead, 36-29. Milan Milosevic has led the way for the Titans here in the third period of play with 7 points and helped push that Titan lead out to that number of 7, 36-29. Leading scorers at halftime unofficially for Twin Springs was Brandon Lawson with 10. And for the Thomas Walker Pioneers, Brandon Eads had 7. And when play resumes, it'll be the Pioneer basketball. Parks inbounds the basketball. Gets it over to Rob Day. Day kicks the ball over, nothing there. He's going to kick it into the corner for a 3, but his 3-man had released to the bucket. There was a whistle on the play. Didn't see who that was on. I think it may have been on the aforementioned Mr. Day. If so, that's his first and team's second. Lawson has the basketball for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Harris. Harris kicks it to Castle. Castle drives, reverse layup, no good. Last touch by Twin Springs. Nice move by Castle, but the ball didn't fall. Quickly, Day gets the ball into front court. Gets it out to Parks. 3:37 remaining. Titans still lead by 7, 36-29. Taylor gets it back to Parks. Kick it inside, turn around, shot is up, no good. Rebound controlled by Twin Springs. 14 Castle with the rebound. Gets it to Harris. Harris kicks it cross court to Lawson. Lawson thinks about the 3, instead kicks it back out to Harris. 3:14 remaining. Harris drives, kicks back to Lawson. Lawson goes to the center, kicks it back to Milosevic. Back to Harris. Harris brings it back to center circle, gets it to Lawson. Lawson drives in, back to Harris. Harris drives in, his shot's up, no good. Rebound, Thomas Walker, and a foul. Fouls on 54, Matt Dockery. That's his second, team's third. Coming into the game for Twin Springs is 30, John Broadwater. 2:58 remaining here in the third. Score remains 36-29. Day guarded by Milosevic. Kick it inside to Parks. Parks turns around, shots up, it's short. Whistle on the play. Foul is on 24 for Twin Springs. That's Brandon Lawson. That's his second, team's fourth. At the line shooting 2 for the Pioneers is number 20, Jason Hatfield. Hatfield's first is up and no good. The end of the game for the Pioneers is 22, Matt Sams, and 42, Adam Haley. Hatfield still has one free throw remaining. And it's on the way. And it's no good. Rebound Dockery for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Brandon Lawson. Whistle on the play. Reach-in foul on 20, Jason Hatfield. That's his second, team's third. Titan basketball on the side. 2:35 remaining here in the third. Gets it into Brandon Lawson. Lawson gets it into the front court. Kicks it out to Milo Milosevic. Thinks about the three instead. Plays give and go. Shots up. No good. Rebound Pioneers. It's number 20, Jason Hatfield with the rebound. 2:20 remaining. Drive and kick out. Ball off the tips of the Pioneer player. Back to 20, Hatfield. Hatfield drives in, stops, shoots, scores, and fouled. Foul was on 14, David Castle. That's his first. Team's fifth. Titans have the basketball. Get it to Milo Milosevic. Dockery was wide open under the basket. Nobody saw him. 1:58 remaining. Titans lead 36-31. Castle comes off the pick. Stops. Pops. Scores. Nice ball movement by Twin Springs. Pushes it back to a 7-point lead. 38-31. 1:43 remaining. Day has the basketball. Kicks it over on the wing. Still nothing there. Gets it to Parks in the corner. Parks trying to find someone to pass it to. Kicks it out high to 22. That's Sams. Back to Parks. Parks comes around. Two-pointer on the way, and it's good. 30, Rusty Parks with the bucket. Makes it 38-33. Twin Springs, 1:22 remaining. Lawson has the ball for Twin Springs. Gets it over to Broadwater. Broadwater looking to pass it inside. Nothing there. Gets it back to Castle from the foul line. Castle shots up. No good. Rebound 30, Parks for the Pioneers. 1:04 remaining. Day has the basketball. He drives the paint. Loses control of the basketball. Milo Milosevic has it for Twin Springs. 53 seconds remaining. Gets it to Lawson. Back to Milo Milosevic. Kicks it inside. Still nothing there. Ball knocked out of Broadwater's hands. Back over to Castle. Back to Milo Milosevic. 39 seconds remaining. Broadwater has it. Broadwater gets it back to Castle. Back out to Lawson. Titans reset with 31 seconds to play. Lawson has it for Twin Springs. 25 seconds. Wing to Broadwater. Back out high to Castle. 19 seconds. Milo Milosevic has the basketball. Back out high to Broadwater. Back over to Lawson. 10 seconds remaining. Whistle on the play. Reach-in foul on 20. That's Jason Hatfield. That's his third. Team's fourth. 7.6 seconds remaining. Into the game for Twin Springs is 12, Andy Harris, and 34, Brandon Webb. And for the Pioneers, 14, Brandon Taylor. Again, Titans have 7.6 seconds left here in the third. Kick it into Milo Milosevic. Back to Webb. Webb shots up. No good. Last touch by Twin Springs. 2.7 seconds remaining. Three-point shot is on the way. And no good. As it bounces off the rim as time expires. And at the end of 3 periods of play, the Titans lead by 5, 38-33. As we get ready to start the 4th period of play here tonight from Twin Springs High School, Titans lead the visiting Thomas Walker Pioneers 38-33. Crockett has the basketball, kicks it over on the wing to 14. That's Taylor. Taylor's tied up by Harris. Pioneers do get it inside. Ball stolen away by Twin Springs. Broadwater with the interception of that pass. Kicks it over to Castle. Castle looks inside. Kicks it in to Milan Milosevic. His shot's up. No, excuse me. That's Webb. 34, Brandon Webb with a good, strong move to the bucket. Makes it a 40-33 game. Whistle on the play. Foul is on 12. Andy Harris, that's his third, team sixth. Parks to trigger the inbounds. Gets it to 14, Taylor. Back over to Crockett. Crockett calls out the play. Guarded by Broadwater. Gets it back to 14. Taylor. To the corner to Sams. Nothing there. Titan defense collapsed on him. Parks drives. Whistle on the play. Foul is on 32, Brandon Eads. It's his second, team's fifth. Webb inbounds for Twin Springs. Gets it to Broadwater. Broadwater gets it back over to Harris. 6:57 remaining. Titans lead 40-33. Webb has it for Twin Springs. Whistle on the play. Foul is on 12, Andy Harris. That's his fourth. Team's seventh. I had 7, but apparently it was 6. Kick inside to Parks. He puts it in the corner, nothing there. Drives inside the two-point arc, and a nice shot by 14, Brandon Taylor. Makes it a 40-35 Titan lead, 6:30 remaining. Timeout, Twin Springs. 32nd timeout called by the Titans with 6:27 remaining. Titans lead by 5. Apparently there was something that Coach Vermillion saw that he wanted to either slow down or stop as we're early here in the fourth period of play. The Titans do lead by 5. Next Titan foul will put the Thomas Walker Pioneers in the bonus situation. And the Pioneers still look to have 2 fouls to give. Now there's some discussion between the officials. I'm not sure what the discussion's about. I'm sure we'll know something here momentarily, or at least hopefully we'll know something. And it looks as though the officials are talking to some of the Thomas Walker players, and now they're going to talk to Twin Springs coach Vermillion. Oh, we've really got some discussion here now. It looks as though I was right to begin with, that it was a 1-and-1 situation. And now it looks like they've corrected it, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Apparently they just caught the fact that the 1-and-1 should have been called and wasn't. So 10, Daniel Crockett will be going to the line. And Crockett's first is up, and it's no good. So, as the old saying goes, I guess it was much ado about nothing on that one, as he missed the free throw, so it remains Twin Springs basketball on the side. Titans get the ball inbounds to Milan Milosevic. He gets it over to Webb. Webb kicks it over to Brandon Lawson. Lawson drives in, stops, pops. No good. And a whistle on the play. Foul is on 34, Brandon Webb. That's his second, team's 8th. And at the line, once again, shooting 1-1 will be number 10, Daniel Crockett. 6:16 remaining. Titans still lead by 5, 40-35. Crockett's free throw's up, and it's good. Cuts it to a 4-point Titan lead. And the second is up, and it's also good. Makes it 40-37, 6:15 remaining. Castle has a basketball for Twin Springs, gets it into front court. Guarded by 32, Eads. Gets it over to Brandon Lawson. Kicked inside, ball tipped away. 10, Daniel Crockett has the basketball. Ball almost stolen away by Twin Springs. Drive in by Parks. His shot's up, short, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes back up, partially blocked. Shot's up and good by 32. That's Brandon Eads. It makes it a 1-point Titan lead, 40-39 with 5:39 remaining. Lawson kicks it over to Castle. Castle shots up, no good. Rebound control by Crockett. Crockett pushes the basketball down the floor for the Pioneers. Calls out the play, 5:24 remaining. Drives the middle, goes in, shots up, and good. Daniel Crockett with the drive and the bucket. And the Pioneers have taken the lead, 41-40 with 5:10 remaining. Castle has the basketball, gets it out to Milan Milosevic. Whistle on the play, kick ball. Remains Twin Springs basketball, 4:59 remaining. Into the game for the Titans is 12, Andy Harris. Castle gets it inside to Webb. Webb shots up, but he's fouled. Fouls on 42, Adam Haley. It's his second, team 6th. And at the line shooting 2 for Twin Springs is 34, Brandon Webb. Webb's first is up and good. Into the game for the Pioneers is 20, Jason Hatfield. Webb's second free throw is also good. Puts it back to a 1-point Titan lead, 42-41, 4:56 remaining. Hatfield has the basketball, kicks it into the corner to Crockett. Crockett brings it out of the corner and gets it over to Parks. Back over to Crockett. Lob to 20. That's Hatfield. Parks drives the middle, nothing there. Gets it back out to Crockett. Back over to Hatfield. Hatfield thinks about 3, not there. Kicks it over to 14. His shot's up, no good. Rebound Castle for Twin Springs. Harris has the basketball for the Titans. Gets it into front court. Harris spins, gets it over to Milan Milosevic. Back to Brandon Lawson. 4:13 remaining. Titans being patient on offense. Kick it over to Castle. He kicks it inside to Milan Milosevic. Shots up and good. And with that, we've got a timeout, Twin Springs. Nice ball movement, nice patience on offense by the Titans as they get the easy layup by their big man. Pushes it to a 3-point Titan lead, 44-41. And immediately remaining. Titans have gotten down by 1 and now pushed it back to a 3-point lead. As play resumes, it will be Thomas Walker basketball. Looks like Rusty Parks will be inbounding the basketball, and 10, Daniel Crockett will be bringing it up the floor. 4 minutes remaining. Pioneers kick it on the wing to 14, back to 20. That's Hatfield. Hatfield gets it over to 32. Eads. Back to Hatfield. Crockett has the basketball. 3:40 remaining. Titans still lead by 3, 44-41. Bounce pass to a wide open player. Shots up, in and out. Rebound, Milan Milosevic for Twin Springs. 3:30 remaining. Titans lead by 3. Lawson has the basketball. Gets it over to Harris. Castle drives. Shot. Tried to do the reverse layup. Ball came loose. He's called for traveling. The Pioneer basketball, 3:20 remaining. Crockett has the basketball for the Pioneers. Bounce pass over to 14, Taylor. Kick it inside, turnaround, shots up, no good. Oh, rebound by the Pioneers, and there's a whistle on the play. Foul is on 34, Brandon Webb. That's his third, team's 9th. It looked as though the Pioneer player was over his back getting the rebound, but it wasn't called. At the line shooting 2 for the Pioneers is number 20, Jason Hatfield. Hatfield's first is on the way and good. Cuts it to a 2-point Titan lead, 44-42. 3:05 remaining here in the fourth. Second one is up, and it's also good. Titans lead by 1, 44-43. Long cross-court pass to Castle. Castle drives in. His shots, no, he passes the ball to Brandon Lawson, and he scores. Foul is on 14, Brandon Taylor. That's his third, team 7th. Count the bucket for 24, Brandon Lawson, and he goes to the line looking to complete the 3-point play. His free throw's up, and it's good. Puts it back to a 4-point Titan lead, 47-43. 2:50 remaining. Pioneers continue trying to kick the ball inside. Turnaround shots up, no good. Oh, last touch by the Titans. The Pioneer basketball. Parks triggers the inbounds. Held high to 20, that's Hatfield. Drive to the bucket, shots up, in and out. Rebound Milan Milosevic for Twin Springs. Lawson has it for the Titans. Gets it over to Harris. 2:25 remaining. Kick it inside to Milan Milosevic. Kick it back outside to Harris. Over to Castle. Castle drives in. He stops. He shoots. He scores. David Castle with a big bucket. And with that, we've got a timeout. Thomas Walker with 2:12 remaining as the Titans have jumped out to a 6-point lead, 49-43. As they've gone from trailing by 1 to now leading 49-43. If the Titans can come up with another big defensive stop, this time down the floor, and can come down and convert it, they can really put the pressure on the Thomas Walker Pioneers.